Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I was gonna do something that I've been thinking about since I built my wall-mounted PC. I have a previous video of that one if you wanna watch it, how I built that one. But I'm not satisfied with it. The reason being is I use a MICROATX motherboard, and it actually doesn't fit aesthetically wise on the case. It's an open case, and with the motherboard being small, it created a big space right underneath where the graphics card is supposed to be. So I decided that I'm just gonna put that wall-mounted PC into a traditional desktop case, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna show you guys the process of moving the parts, and then the process of putting it into the new traditional case, and set up and see what happens. So this is the wall-mounted PC that I built before. You can watch the video on my channel also. Let's see how I built this one. It's pretty easy to mount and unmount it. It's just held up by 2 screws I put on the wall. See those white screws right there? That's it. And then let's go ahead and take it down. So that is the case right now. First thing I did was remove the top RGB light on the CPU heatsink. It's just detachable, connected by a magnet on the heatsink. Now I put a lot of wiring zip ties on this one, so I have to do a lot of unzipping in order to remove the cables and detach the components from the board. Something that I never expected to do. I thought I could use it for a long time, but that's how it is. So here I'm trying to remove the power supply connector. Kind of pretty hard to detach it because of this space at the bottom. So what I did is I have to lift it up and then pull it out slowly with the space from the bottom, because it's pretty hard. As you can see, I'm struggling on this one, trying to pull out the cable from the power supply. The power supply is modular, so that's a good thing. So once you use it on the put it on the desktop case, you'll see how the modularity of the power supply comes into play. It helps to remove it pretty quickly. Now I'm just unscrewing it from the mount on the case. Sorry about that. Sometimes the video become blurry because I'm just using an iPhone Pro Max. iPhone Pro Max 16 to record my video right now. So sometimes it goes closer or farther away depending on the focus. So there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So as you can see, guys, it took me a while to remove all the components from the wall mount case because of the zip ties. So many of them I put in just without cable management at the back of the case. I think I have to rethink about using zip ties when doing cable management, but it just makes it clean, but it just takes a long time and you have to do something like this. You have to take it out and then redo. Anyway, so I'm taking out the last screws that's connecting the all-in-one CPU cooler radiator from the case, and then we're gonna start building it onto the new case. So thanks for your patience, guys, for watching. Anyway, follow and subscribe to my channel. It's pretty new, but you'll see what happens. We're gonna have a lot more content to put in on the channel. We're gonna be building more computers, showcasing other products, whatever it is that's gonna be good for content. We will do it. But for now, my channel is gonna be focused on computers that I build and sell. I sell on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll probably be selling also starting on TikTok. I heard it's good to sell on TikTok also. So, but if you guys here watching my channel, if you guys interested in buying a computer from me, you can send me an email. It's my personal email, or you can my business email at info@ostremo.com. Ostremo is spelled as OSTREMO.com. That's ostremo.com. That's also my website. So you can also call me directly on my business line, 240-890-0070. I'm a small managed service provider. I have a few businesses that I support, networking wise, computers, and I also build website designs and website applications. I mostly program on .NET, but I have contractors, and my son is pretty good in full stack development. He graduated from Harvard X and also got a certification in full stack development. So if you guys need anything for your business or personal, give us a shout out. We can definitely do some work for you. So over here, I'm just doing an inventory or arranging the parts that I took out, make sure I didn't miss out anything. If you can see on the right, I have the motherboard, now the GPU, and that's the Arctic CPU cooler radiator. It's the first time I've used this type of all-in-one cooling kit. I normally use NZXT. I'm a fan of NZXT. Their cases and their fans, their cooling kit, CPU cooling kit, all-in-ones. They're pretty good. I built. I have one computer that I also built for my other son, and I also have a short video on my channel. If you guys want to take a look at it, I built it. I think it was in 2024 or 2023. It's based on NVIDIA RTX 4060 Ti, I believe, and that one is pretty good too. Yeah, so if you want to take a look at the video, it's a short video, just the components and how it looks like. So anyway, now here I'm starting to make sure everything is ready for the new case. So hopefully we get some we'll get into the actual building of the computer. So there we go. Let's see if we can make a shortcut so you guys can see exactly the build process of the new desktop computer. So there you have it, guys. Now we're ready to build. So this is the case that we're gonna use for the desktop PC. It's made by MONTECH. The actual model number is MONTECH XR RGB case, white case. So it's a mid-size case. It's a cheap one too, but it's a good fish tank case for our build. You have the side fan on the right side, and then you have on the inside you have the case comes with three RGB fans, one at the back, two at the side, and then at the front you have the power switch, reset connectors for microphone, headphones, USB 3.0, two of them, and then a Type C connector at the front of the case. So you have the two side and the front panel being a glass panel, and all you have to do is pull from that side, and then you can open up the case. Right now, it has a lot of tape for protection from the shipping. So this is the case that we're gonna use, guys. So let's go ahead and start building. So after I pre-connect the CPU power cable to the motherboard, now we're ready to put in the motherboard into the case. I do this because it's harder to put the cable for the CPU power right there at the corner. And most motherboards design those two CPU power cable connection or connectors are always at that edge of the motherboard, so close to the top of the case. So if you don't put your cable ahead of time before you plug in the motherboard, you're gonna have a hard time putting in that power cable and running it through the case. So based on my experience, I would plug in those power cable to the motherboard first before putting the motherboard in the case, so that I can run the cable through the holes in the case without any problem squeezing your hands to the case. And now let's go ahead and screw in the motherboard and do the rest of the components into the case so we can complete the build of this computer. So after plugging in the cable connectors from the case that are has the black cable, I didn't like it, so I decided to take it out and then cover it up with white electrical tape in order to match the color with the case. For the manufacturers of any case, please, when you're making a white case, please don't try to save money and just use whatever you have in your inventory. And please make a white cable for your white cases. It just doesn't look good. Thank you. So after a few minutes of wrapping the cables with white tape and then plugging the back end to the motherboard, you can tell the big difference between the black and the white cable. The black just doesn't blend in with the white case and the white components. So I'm pretty happy about it. Took me a while to wrap all those cables into the using the white electrical tape, and comes out pretty good. What do you guys think? Comment, let me know. So after we got everything set up, I think we're ready to try and power up the computer to see if all the connections, the RGB connections, the power to the components are everything is working. So here we go. I'm power it up. And there you go. We have the lights on all the case fans and also on the CPU heatsink. And I'm pretty sure right there too on the radiator. I haven't powered up the. I mean, I didn't put the power for the GPU yet because I haven't connect the monitor yet. So I was just testing here. Make sure initial power up is good to go before we proceed, and it is. So we can continue with this one. My initial thought on bringing down the PCIe cable for the GPU on the from the top. I think it doesn't look good doing it that way, so I decided it has to run down to the bottom so that it's a much cleaner look for the cable to be underneath the GPU. So by doing this, you will see that the cable cannot fit in the hole without removing the power supply. So I ended up having to take out the power supply, insert the cable through the hole, and then put back the power supply. So these are some of the things that you can never know in advance until you put the components together until you see it. So So one thing I noticed about the new graphics card, this one from Gigabyte, the design is the power connector for the PCI used to be on the right side. So when you put the cable, it's right at the middle of the case. It looks doesn't look good. But this one, this time they put put the PCIe connector, power connector, at the end of the graphics card, closer to the back of the case panel. So it makes it perfect for cable management, much easier. See, when I put in the cable, I can put it at the back of the case instead of being in the middle of the case, which not good for the look of the case. Just for if you're into that, I like the case to be clean inside as much as possible. So with that cable being at the end of the case, it makes it much nicer. So kudos to Gigabyte for creating this type of graphics card with the connection at the end of the graphics card. So I'm not sure if they're the first one to do it, but this is the first time I had a graphics card with that connection at the end of the graphics of the GPU card. So So now the build is almost done, and all I'm doing now is cleaning up and doing some cable management, which you're gonna see in a little bit. So I finished all the connections, and now it's time to test the computer to see if we did everything correctly. So in a few minutes, you get to see that. In the meantime, it was a really great decision for me to put this in the desktop case instead of being mounted on the wall mount case, because it just doesn't blend properly, these components with that one. So I'm gonna rebuild that one with a black components. So we'll see in the future. So now computer is done. Showing you now the outside and then the cable management at the back of the case. See how that black cables terrible. I wish I could tell somebody from MONTECH or any case manufacturer to create a white cable for a white case. So there you have it, guys. Let's go ahead and test it. So the computer powered up without any problem. We got the system up and running again. And now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to run some tests to make sure that the hardware is good and we would have no problem running this computer. So I'm using a burn in test application to test the computer. Short test, there's long test, but I'm gonna do a short test just to see how the components if it pass without any problem. So here I'm running the burn test right now. It's gonna run for a few. I believe it's a 3 minutes run. So we'll see if all the components passes the test. So hold on while we run the test. And so we're gonna have the result of the test, and there you go. Test passed. So that means the computer components and configuration is perfect. So we have no problem, issues whatsoever. CPU, RAM, disk storage, the graphics, and sound, the video playback, and of course the temperature of the computer. So perfect computer, guys. But there is something else missing that I think I can improve on this setup. So now that we got the computer up and running, time to show some stuff. Here I got the Gigabyte Control Center app open since we have a Gigabyte motherboard. One of the things you can do is control the RGB lighting. You can choose kind of lights that you liked, the type of lights, of how it's gonna show up, flashing, static lights, rainbow lights. You can do all in this app, and it controls all the RGB lights in the case from this app. So you can play around with it and then figure out the best one for you. You can change it and then enjoy the light show of your computer. So next up, I'm starting to do benchmark on the computer. I'm using 3D Mark for benchmarking to see how our system stack up with other systems of similar configurations. So we can see if the computer is up to par with what's out there in terms of gaming performance or graphics performance. So for our first test, I'm running a Steel Nomad benchmark game. Let's see how the system score and see if it's comparable to what's out there. Hopefully, we won't be disappointed. Again, this computer is running Intel Ultra Core 7 265KF processor, and then paired with NVIDIA RTX GeForce 5060 overclock, 8 gigabytes memory from Gigabyte manufacturer. So this is a Gigabyte made GPU. So we'll see how it comes up. I think the graphics looks really good, guys. But on the computer, looking at the computer right now as it is, I think I'm missing something. I think we can improve the look of this computer inside, the interior of the computer. What do you guys think? So here it is. Here's the result of the first test. We got a score of 3320, and so far it's a legendary score. I think that's the high score, and we got 3320, and showing the average is 3107, and the best is 3262. So we're way above the best on their system or database. So I think our computer is on par, better. Sometimes looking at it, better than the what's out there currently in terms of this game benchmark. So maybe we'll do another one and see that this is not a fluke and that the system is really on par with what's out there. Let's go find another one that we can use for benchmarking, and let's see the result. Hopefully, we get a good one too. So with this one is, I believe, trying to get. I'm not familiar with this game, so I'm just gonna try to pick. I think something extreme game that would require a lot of processing power. So Solar Bay Extreme. So let's try this one. So the test almost done, and let's see the result that we get. Looking at it, score is 13702, another legendary score. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have show any average on their database or the best score, but we did get a legendary score on this one too. So the graphics is really performing well. A 5060 GPU from NVIDIA. So I can say any game you throw at it, I think you're gonna be happy with the system. So not sure if we can run another one. We have more time. Let's see, try one more. Maybe Night Raid to see. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this and see what score we can get from this one. So we can have 3 tests. So I think we're almost done with the final test, and here's the result. Night raid game, and the benchmark score is 88,783, another legendary one. You get 3 times legendary benchmarks result. So the score is 88,783, the average is 86,000, I'm sorry, and the best is actually 88,479. So we're above the best score right now. So system is good. So I'm quite satisfied how the system is performing right now. But I really think we can finalize this computer and make it a little bit more complete in terms of the look of the computer. And I believe the missing piece to complete the look of this computer is the bottom RGB light fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in an RGB fan there, 3 RGB fans, so we can complete the look, and hopefully I'm satisfied the way it looks, and we'll see from there. So this is how the system looks right now. And then after we put in the bottom RGB lights, I think it completed the system. I'm completely satisfied the way it looks with the addition of the bottom RGB fans. So there you have it, guys. The system is complete, and the transformation from a mounted wall-mounted PC to a desktop PC turns out great. So enjoy, and hopefully some lucky person becomes the owner of this computer.